Welcome back to the Milwaukee Brewers franchise here on MLB 15, the show. This is going to be episode 20 of the series, and in today's episode, we will be heading on the road to take on the Colorado Rockies. But before we do that, we have a few things to go over. The first thing is our record. The Brewers have kind of fallen off. They're 62-60 now, only 2 games above 500, and they have fallen out of a playoff spot in that wild card spot. They are now still 10 games back in the NL Central with the Cubs sitting in second place. So it's looking like the division is pretty much out of reach and it's not going to happen. But then the wild card is starting to not look good either. We are 2.5 games out of the NL wild card. There's currently a 3-way tie for those two. There's like 3 teams who are all tied for a playoff spot, so there would be like a play-in game anyways. But we are not one of those teams that would be in a play-in right now if the season ended right now. We are a team who would be out. We are 2.5 games out of the NL wild card, which is not a good situation to be in at this point in the season because we don't have too much left, because we only have this little bit of August that you can see on the calendar. And I think it's like a week or so left of August, and then it's like the first 2 weeks of September, which you have games in, and it's not looking, or not the first 2 weeks, but like the rest of September left, and then it's not looking good. We need to turn things around here in this pretty much last month of the season if we want to have a chance in the playoffs. And I feel like a pretty big portion to why we are starting to fall off and why this team is not performing where I expected them is because of the lineups, the lineup and the bullpen. The pitching rotation is fine. I feel like the rotation gets the job done. They're all pitching extremely well. It's just the lineup and the bullpen which are really killing us. The lineup, really, there's only really a couple of guys who are really getting things done. Marisnick hitting 266 with 16 bombs and 52 RBI. Prado 275, 9 bombs and 41 RBI. And then Lucroy, who has fallen down on the average a bit, is hitting 259 with 13 home runs and 42 RBI. And then besides those guys, nobody else is really doing anything. And then we've also made a call-up as we called up Blake Cleary to play first base, as we sent down Joel Villanueva to AAA to get some playing time down there. He might come back up in September, and he would be eligible for a playoff spot because I wanted to try to get him hot down in the AAA because he was really struggling up here. So I feel like if I get him hot in the AAA and then maybe call him up in September when we need a push, if Cleary can't get it done at first, then we'll do that, and then Villanueva might be able to lead us to a late season push again. But it needs to be hot in order to do that, and I feel like maybe if he gets hot in AAA, it'll transfer over to MLB. Not really sure, but hopefully. He's in AAA right now, so Blake Cleary's playing first base. He was called up. And then Don Simon, he's going to be starting at second base. And we are here in Denver, Colorado, home of the Colorado Rockies, sitting at 57-67 as they play host to our 62-60 Milwaukee Brewers. They have the young gun John Gray on the mound. He's 8-4 with a 2.83 ERA, which is very impressive considering he plays in Coors Field as his home park. So top half of the first, runner on first, 1 out. Calhoun grounds out the second. LeMahieu is going to turn a 4-6-3 double play. And that's going to be the end of the top of the first. So now to the bottom half of the first, while Willie Peralta's on the mound for us, he's 9-8 with a sub-4 ERA at 3.57 in 24 games this season. So with 2 outs, he gets Dickerson to go down swinging, and we'll head to the top half of the second. Runner on third, 2 outs, and Don Simon's at the plate. And he pops this one up the right field, and that's going to be popped into the glove of the right fielder. And he's retired. And now to the bottom half of the second we go. Willen Rosario goes down swinging. Then we head to the top half of the third. And Denny Hechavarria, the newly acquired shortstop, strikes out swinging on the slider. Now we head to the bottom half of the third. This is DJ LeMahieu. He goes down swinging on the slider. Can't catch up to that. He's fooled on it. And now it's a top 5. Don Simon at the plate. And Don Simon rips that one into left field. Over the left fielder's head. That's going to get himself into second base with a stand-up double. So Simone's in the scoring position. Now with 1 out, Blake Cleary comes up. He hits a little chopper to third baseman Arenado, and Arenado whips it across the infield, and Simone has to hold up at second. Then Peralta comes up, he strikes out, and Simone stranded on second. So still nothing, bottom half of the fifth. Carlos Gonzalez puts an end to that scoreless spree as he's going to jack that one into the right field seats. Carlos Gonzalez makes it a 1-0 Colorado Rockies lead here in the bottom half of the fifth. Bottom half of the 6th now with 2 outs. The Rockies starting off a little rally here as Reyes rips one into center field. He's going to be on first base with a single. And that next batter up is Charlie Blackmon. He's going to rip one up the middle as well for a single. So first and second base now with Reyes on second, Blackmon on first for the Rockies. As Corey Dickerson comes up, he's going to rip this one into center field. Marisnick tries to get to it, and the leap can't get it. So that's going to bounce into the corner. Dickerson has himself a stand-up double, 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a 3-0 Rockies lead. They'll keep that lead heading into the top half of the 9th. Marisnick rips one to deep right field. Can it be out of here? No, it won't. A leap at the wall and a catch, as that's how the cookie crumbles in this one, as Jon Gray pitches a complete game shutout as he shuts down this Milwaukee Brewers lineup, and they come away with the victory by a score of 3-0 as the Rockies improve to 58 and 67 on the season, and our Brewers drop to 62 and 61. Jon Gray, obviously player of the game, 9 innings pitched with his complete game shutout, 8 hits allowed, 6 strikeouts. Cargo for them had a home run with an RBI, and then Dickerson with a double and 2 RBI were their only runs of the game. The only runs of the game for either team. Well, our team just could not get anything going. Willie Peralta drops to 9-9 of the season. Jon Gray improves to 9-4. So, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of of Milwaukee Brewers Baseball. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.
Slowly walking down the hall, faster than